It will not be business as usual as the Deputy Prime Minister outlines the criteria for doing business with the government. A new academic year set to begin as the country's leading tertiary institution undergoes a major process. And a popular industry in the tourism sector, the focus of tonight's edition of A Taste of Port Lucaya.
The Bahamas Tonight at the Northern Edition. Good evening all, I'm Megan Shepard. It's so great to have you with us. The Deputy Prime Minister telling residents on Grand Bahama that it will not be business as usual when it comes to doing business with the government. The Minister of Finance outlining the criteria when it comes to the issuance of contracts during a recent town meeting. Shashina Roll reports.
Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable K.P. Turnquist says, in order to do business with the government, business owners must have a business license and a tax compliance certificate.
In order to have a tax compliance certificate, you have to have paid your national insurance, you have to pay your business license fees, if you have a shop, your shop fees, you have to have paid your VAT, you have to pay your road traffic if you got vehicles, you have to pay your customs duties. In other words, you have to be clear of all obligations to the government. This is a policy that has been put in place to ensure that the government, A, collects its revenue, B, that the people who come to provide services are reputable people with integrity.
The DPM says this criteria must be filled before any contract is issued or service rendered to the government.
As I go through it, I realize that a lot of the people who are raising concerns are not qualified. I cannot, in good conscience, say to the Minister for Grand Bahama, hire XYZ contractor, knowing that he doesn't have a license and that he's going to go to company C to sign for him so that he can do the work. Because at the end of the day, if something happens, who am I going to hold accountable? You who are doing the work, or company C, who is the one that signed and contracted with the government?
Turnquist says the government is committed to giving as much opportunities to small businesses as they can, but notes that it must be done in the right way.
We will do some training, some business training, to ensure that individuals know what is required. So if you're doing construction contracting, for instance, we want to have somebody come and present to that special group of people to let them know what it is they need in order to qualify as contractors, general or specialty. If you're providing services, we want you to know what you need in order to be licensed by the Port Authority, if that's the case, you're in town, or with the local government if you're out of town. We want you to know what the process is so that you're armed and you're forewarned so that everybody can have a sensible discussion about the opportunities.
Shashina Roll, ZNS Network News.
This new school year expected to be an exciting time for the University of the Bahamas North Campus. Currently, UB North is preparing to welcome students for the fall 2018 school semester. This year, the school has over 500 students enrolled, and executives at the Northern Campus say they are constantly working to improve the offerings at that university. For the past 2 weeks, incoming students to the University of the Bahamas North have been getting familiar with the campus and courses that they will be signing up for. Dean of Faculty Dr. Peter McWilliams says that this year they have accepted over 200 new students, and he is looking forward to all of those students becoming a part of the UB family.
Last week we welcomed students for a campus life orientation. It was very well attended. This week we are focusing more on the academic advisement. Students this morning were given an orientation, just some academic expectations they were provided with, talking about what courses they can expect to be offered, programs, etc. And this afternoon they are going to be being advised by faculty, and this evening at 6 o'clock they will be registering online for the courses that they're advised for.
Dr. McWilliams says that the UB North currently has a strong course offering, but they are expected to expand soon.
We're currently going through a program review, so we are anticipating some expansion, some development. Currently we offer 8 programs to completion in Freeport. Of course, we offer several programs to near completion, 50-60% for example, but that's where we are currently.
Dean of Students Dr. Theo Cooper says that not only will students receive a quality education, but they are also looking to develop the whole student. This year, they are implementing a number of co-curricular activities, including a new student leadership department.
We want to produce well-rounded students. We understand the importance of academics. However, we know that it's also important that our students develop social skills, networking, leadership abilities. And so we're going to be focusing a lot on outcome-based co-curricular experience. And for the first time, we're launching that department here at the Northern Bahamas campus, our student leadership department. And so we'll be running a number of leadership programs where students can be certified in leadership so that when they leave here, they again not only have an academic certification, but they're certified to take up those leadership roles in society.
And for the incoming freshmen, Dr. Cooper says that the university is looking to make the transition as smooth as possible.
Challenges are going to come for students in terms of their academics, in terms of their finances, in terms of just socially and emotionally making this transition to college. And so therefore it's our responsibility to balance those challenges with support. And so we are going to be strongly emphasizing our student support services in terms of counseling, in terms of programs just for our freshman students. And so I just want to advise them that university is different, but the experience is going to be different, but you don't have to take it on all by yourself.
Students can begin registering for classes this Tuesday, August 15th. And classes begin on Monday, August 21st. It's that time of year again when many parents and guardians are preparing students for the 2017-2018 school year. Our Kimberly Mullings visited various shopping areas today and says stores on Grand Bahama are stocked with items.
Many parents and guardians are out and about preparing their children to return to school, purchasing everything from new uniforms to school supplies. H&L School Supplies and Bookstore has been operating on Grand Bahama for nearly 19 years. Owner Kelly Russell says they are fully stocked with all of the basic back-to-school items.
Your composition books, your pencil, pens, geometry set, scientific calculators, all of your backpacks, the Garrett backpacks, Dory, Princess, Frozen, all of the really popular ones. Spider-Man, of course, for the boys, cars. We also carry art supplies. So we have the paints, canvases, teacher's aid as well, your poster board, your borders. So we have everything for school.
Russell says H&L also has a number of textbooks in store for students.
The lower schools have reading programs. So we do have a lot of reading books in stock for beginner readers and right up to the high school level. Most of the literature books we have. So they're always in stock all year round.
For over 45 years, Bellevue Gifts and Supplies has been servicing the community. Employee Daniel Forbes says they have any and everything found on the school supply list year-round as they aim to meet the demands on the island.
Fully stocked from all of the supplies you would need from your preschoolers to your high schoolers. We also fully stocked for the teacher supplies, and we have a 15% sale going on right now until the 9th of September. We also have our black and white meat books for 99 cents if you're interested. We are fully stocked with back to school bikes. We have a variety of characters in stock. All of the pencils, the rulers, the sharpeners, all of those things kids use year round, especially for the supplies they would need for projects like folders and stuff like that. We always have those fully stocked.
Forbes says Bellevue cannot forget about the educators.
We have the butcher paper. We have them in a variety of colors. We also have the fadeless ones. We have the borders, the trimmers, the stickers, and the bulletin board sets. Just about all of the little knickknacks the teachers would need to start up for the new year.
Kimberly Mullings, ZNS Network News.
Stay with us. There's more news right after this.